praise be, shalom, shalom. Praise be unto the Most High on this holy Sabbath day. You know, this holy Sabbath day that just brings forth more than just ordinated seventh day, or ordained seventh day. You know, we shall work 6 days and we shall rest on the seventh. But this is also Israelite Passover. Yes, this is our Israelite Passover, first of our many holy days, other than New Year. You know, the first day of Abib, uh, when the New Year starts, which signifies also the spring. But this is our Passover at the time of Exodus, when the Israelites were brought out of Egypt and out of bondage. And here it is, the 18th. It started on the 17th, yesterday. Started on the 17th at evening time. That's when the Passover started and shall continue on until the evening time of the 18th, which is today. And at the start of the 15th day starts the Feast of Unleavened Bread, where we shall be in remembrance for 7 days. And on the 8th day, there should be a holy convocation. I'm started off here by going into scriptures and reading it, so that way, you know, we make sure we all on the same page and make sure I'm doing right, you know. And I promote to anybody, you know, if anybody feel as though, you know, I'm making a mistake, anything, please feel free to comment. Let me know, because this is a journey that I'm hoping we all can take. It's not just one person can take somebody into the kingdom, because none of us are really 100%. We're all called to do the work. We're all called to spread the message. We're all called to prophesy unto the wind. As spoken in Ezekiel, we're told to prophesy in the valley of dry bones, to prophesy to the wind. You know, spread the word. Repent, 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 all of us, because we are all falling short of the good graces. You know, and to help with this, I'd appreciate it very much if y'all can like the video. You know, if y'all could push the like button. You ain't necessarily got to subscribe, but to help to get the word out, because we all know how the algorithm works. You know, in order to help one another, especially getting that word out, we really got to hit these like buttons, so that way the more likes get hit, the more the message gets put out, the more it pops up on the news feeds, the more people catching it. And it's not just mothball, you know, it ain't just put in the back of the bus, you know what I mean? Our videos, you know, the work we trying to put out there, because the time is short. You know, time is short. I do believe we're in the fifth seal, and time is steady growing more and more short. So on that, you know, I take y'all to, first I'm going to show y'all at least my favorite, my King James, as you can see, my King James, Yeshaya, Ahaya scriptures. You know, my Olive Top. This is the one book that I like to read from the most, because it took out that God and Lord. It took that term out. You know, it replaced Israel with Yasharal. It really goes into the Israelite language. It really focuses a lot on the Israelite language. And it still keeps to the King James. It still keeps to the book that's ordained. It still keeps to the King James. But it also, it made it easier for Israel to be able to really understand, to me, when they read it. Who is it referring to? Who's being referred to? Who's being spoken to? Who's doing the talking? And all of that. You know, because a lot of people don't know about the Lashon Kadash. You know, it is the same as the modern day Hebrew language, just different sound pronunciations. You know, they use the phrase of the sounds of a newborn babe, you know, the language that new babes use, because we don't understand it, but babies can communicate with each other. But it does a lot of that. It focuses a lot on that. So we're going to go to Leviticus 23, you know, because that's where, you know, the law is in Leviticus. And we're going to go down here unto, actually, I'm going to just go and read to you like real quick. Verse, I'm going to say, where is it we at? 6 verses. And Ahiah spoke unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Yasharallah, and say unto them, concerning the feast of Ahiah, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations. Even these are my feasts. 6 days shall work be done, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest and holy convocation. Ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of Ahiah in all of your dwellings. These are the feasts of Ahiah, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons. In the 14th day of the first month at even, is Ahiah's Passover. And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto Ahiah. 7 days ye must eat unleavened bread. And then that right there, lets you know, our Sabbath, which is the 7th day, but also as Leviticus 23, 5 and 6. 5 tells us that in the 14th day, which is still considered today, the 17th going into the 18th, because the biblical day is from night to morning. It starts in the evening because it started, day and then light. In the 14th day of the first month at even is the highest Passover. So the Passover is in the 14th day of the first month. And then and on the 15th, which is the day after of the same month, is the Feast of Unleavened Bread. And we shall do 7 days of where we're eating unleavened bread. So it will be literally the first 7 days of the week, because the Passover is on the Sabbath. So from day 1 all the way into day 7. So it means our Sabbath next week, at the beginning of our Sabbath, after our Sabbath, we will have our holy convocation. Because on the 8th day, it should be a holy convocation. That is a little further for those that if you keep reading. Saying the first day ye shall have an holy convocation, shall do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto Ahiah 7 days, and the 7th day is an holy convocation. You shall do no servile work therein. So, excuse me, in the seventh day is a holy convocation. So that means our next Passover will be, not our Passover, but our next Sabbath. Our next Sabbath will be our holy convocation, which every Sabbath should be a holy convocation anyways, where we come together, just like how Christians always come together on Sundays and they pray. They go to church. That's a holy convocation. We should be coming together for a holy convocation on Sabbaths and on holy days. Where we come together, we teach each other the word, we converse the word, we help remind each other of the ways that we are to walk in, and we are supposed to be there for one another to help us with our understanding to make it greater. Uh, so with that, we have our Passover today. And yesterday for us, we had our Passover dinner because, in that time, everybody were to have made their meals before the Sabbath started. So that evening time, there was no cooking. There was none. They cooked their lamb and they did everything that day and they ate that night. And at the morning, they threw the food away. They got rid of the food. They threw it away. So that's what we did. We made our food. I cooked for the family. I invited over the mother, one of my adopted mothers, because we have many of those. We have a lot of adopted families. I have my children. I even delivered a meal to my sister and her husband. I invited a lot of people over. I ended up making sure everything is clean. All food was clean. Made a roast with gravy. Green beans, skillet fried corn, garlic mashed potatoes, and we had dinner rolls, and I made a cake for dessert for everybody to eat, come together. Excuse me. I didn't do the asparagus though. I should have probably did the asparagus, but we ended up with a lot of food. Everybody enjoyed it. It was a good meal. And then, we did our prayers. We talked and everything for those that showed up. So, and that's how we did. I'm pretty sure it's others done the same thing. But that is our Passover. And that's how we do our Passover. Um, if any of y'all do y'all's the same way, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hit up in the comments, let them know. If y'all have any input, to put in on it, I'd appreciate that as well. Because like I said, if you may have, I don't know if y'all watched it in my earlier videos or if y'all go back and watch them, or if the algorithm picks this up and, the word gets passed out there. I'm always saying that this is a path that no one walks alone. We all walk this together. We all need one another. We all need one another's help. So, we're all appreciated. We're all together. We're all to come together. The whole house of Israel, you know. So with that being said, Shalom, praise be unto a higher. May y'all have a joyous Passover day, and a joyous feast of unleavened bread.